It's a modern gold rush daydream. Get a truck licence, get a job at a mine and make lots of money. But the dream might soon be bulldozed by technology. Mining giant Rio Tinto has just announced plans to use driverless trucks, trains and drills in what's set to become the world's largest robotic mine. Everyone agrees it will change the industry forever. Nikki Wilson-Smith reports from Western Australia.
If you want to work in the mines, this is where you learn the skills.
We go upstairs, we sit into the driver's seat and we try and start the truck up.
In this quarry north of Perth, tens of thousands of budding truck drivers are taught how to manoeuvre a truck as big as a house.
The demand has always been there. I think the mining industry, certainly for the last decade or so, certainly within Western Australia, has presented as a very attractive job opportunity for people.
Jan Norberger runs a company that trains truck drivers, but he admits there are dark clouds on the horizon. The mining giants are trialling trucks that can drive themselves, and they'll soon become commonplace at mines across the northwest.
I think the general consensus would be that the move, or the technological advances, if you like, towards automation would be inevitable. It is a technology that is going to continue to make inroads.
One company that's investing heavily in this technology is multinational Rio Tinto. It plans to run automated trains in its Pilbara operation, and that's just the start. Today, 7:30 can reveal that the company has expanded its automated technology into all aspects of its surface mining operation.
This is Rio Tinto's automated mine trial in West Angliss. And it's hard to believe, but down there in the pit, there's just 2 people operating machinery. The rest is fully automated. And since 2008, when the trial started, this project has moved 57 million tonnes of ore.
It's all about mining more efficiently, more safely, more productively, and creating a competitive advantage.
We can plan ahead and schedule with much greater certainty with an automated system than you can with the inherent issues that come along with people being involved.
Rio Tinto's plan includes 150 driverless trucks, which will be rolled out across its Pilbara operations. Across the country in northern New South Wales, it will trial the world's first semi-automated tunnelling system. And all of this will be managed from its high-tech control centre in Perth, with an additional control centre in development.
We believe we're ahead of the pack. We note that others talking about copying some of what we're doing. It's a bit of flattery is the way I see it, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm getting out ahead and doing what we can to improve our business.
Fellow iron ore miner Fortescue Metals Group is keeping a close eye on Rio Tinto's plan and making changes of its own.
We've signed a contract with Caterpillar to provide autonomous trucks for our Solomon operation. And that's driven predominantly to increase productivity from our trucking operations. But of course it also shows a trend away from lower skilled jobs into more highly skilled technical jobs.
But it's that same transition from lower skilled jobs into technical jobs that has workers worried.
People have made a career out of driving trucks. They love it, and that's all they do know. And they haven't got the same computer skills that others got. The skill set that truck drivers have on a mine site are completely different skills to other areas. And where are we going to find meaningful jobs for those skills?
Rio Tinto says drivers won't be fired when the automation project expands, but it admits that people who want to stay will have to retrain.
Of course, at that stage, we'll be working very closely with our team of people and making sure that we plan ahead for what suits them best and what suits us best in moving forward.
Over time, we're going to be creating new jobs, more technically skilled jobs, and we'll be attracting a wide range of different people to our business.
Leading financial analyst Peter Strachan has worked as a researcher for the world's biggest stockbroking firms and believes it all comes down to the bottom line. He says companies will be able to pay their staff less if they're not working on site.
You're using the same sort of people, you've got a different skill set, different cost base, you don't have to accommodate them, you don't have to fly them in and out, and all of those costs come off for the company. And it's a matter of saying, well, instead of having someone we have to pay $300,000 a year, say, to be on site, fly in, fly out, all the extra cost of fly in, fly out, we can get a skilled person for $75,000 or $80,000 a year to do that same job.
Is part of the cost-saving process that you won't have to pay for and deal with people working on mine sites? You'll be able to manage that in a more streamlined way and possibly a cheaper way in a metropolitan centre.
I wouldn't use the word cheap, I'd use the word effective and efficient.
It's these fears that mining's new frontier could lead to lower pay and a higher skill level that has the CFMEU ready for a fight.
It's not a question, is it, about greed? It is, greed is everything, and it's about the shareholders. It's, they're the people. It's not about workers. It never has been about workers from Rio Tinto. This is about shareholders, increased profits, and where's it going to stop?
Back at truck driving school, these hopefuls are taking a punt that the demand for their skills won't die out anytime soon. And while Jan Norberger teaches the practical skills needed to work on site, he has a plan in place just in case.
We don't believe that it's going to have an immediate effect, and by that I mean 4 or 5 years plus at least. Like many companies out there, I would suggest we probably will be keeping an eye on this technology as it progresses, and if we believe that there's a fundamental change in the demand for the types of people that are required by the industry, I'm sure we would adjust our business model accordingly.
It is remarkable, though, how often effective, efficient and cheap are actually synonymous. Nikki Wilson-Smith reporting.